The first time the HOA president laughed at Walter Briggs. It was during a public meeting in the community clubhouse. Walter was 82, thin as a fence post, with hands that trembled slightly when he held his notes. He'd lived in the neighborhood longer than anyone else, long before the manicured lawns, identical mailboxes, and laminated rule books. "I just want to keep my bench," Walter said quietly. "I built it myself. I sit there every evening." Karen, the HOA president, didn't bother hiding her smile. "Mr. Briggs, that bench violates community aesthetics. It looks old." A few people snickered. "This is a modern neighborhood now." The bench sat beneath a maple tree near Walter's driveway. He'd carved it from reclaimed wood after his wife passed, a place where he talked to her in the evenings. Karen issued fines when he refused to remove it, then warnings, then threats of legal action. Each notice was delivered with a sharp knock and a smirk. Walter tried to explain. He showed photos of the bench from 20 years ago, letters from neighbors who liked it, even the original neighborhood plans that didn't prohibit personal seating. Karen waved it all away. "Rules are rules," she said, "and exceptions set bad precedents." So Walter did the one thing no one expected. He went to the city council. At the next council meeting, Walter stood at the podium, bench photos in one hand, HOA violation notices in the other. His voice shook at first, but steadied as he spoke. He talked about building the bench with his late wife, about how the HOA formed decades after the neighborhood existed, and how the bench sat entirely on his property. He ended simply, "I just want to sit and remember." The room was silent. Then a council member asked to see the HOA bylaws. Another requested the city zoning map. A third asked Karen, who had shown up confident and smiling, whether the HOA had authority over permanent fixtures on private property, installed before HOA formation. Karen's smile disappeared. Within minutes, the council ruled unanimously. The HOA had overstepped. The fines were invalid. Any further harassment would result in penalties against the association. Outside the building, neighbors shook Walter's hand. One offered to repaint the bench. Another brought him a cushion. That evening, Walter sat beneath the maple tree as usual. The bench stayed right where it was, and this time, the whole city stood behind him.